So probably one of our most unique guests, an Alaskan bush pilot, with some great advice on managing anxiety. What were some of your key takeaways?
Boy, a lot. First off, sometimes you're brave not to fly.
Right. I like that.
If
Say
things
no.
are really bad, because indecision is what kills the squirrel. So either make the call or don't make the call, but don't second guess yourself.
Yeah. I always say that when I'm, flying. You and I travel a lot and there's a delay for this or that. And everybody goes, oh. I say, hey, listen, the pilot's on this plane too. And if he doesn't think or she doesn't think it's safe,
Yeah,
I'm with them. They know a lot more about planes than you and I ever will. Right.
exactly.
Self-sabotage, I thought was kind of an interesting one. Again, the indecision, but this idea that, maybe I'm not good enough, I'm not, qualified enough to really make sure that your inner voice, which we talk about a lot on this
Yeah,
podcast, doesn't self-sabotage what you're doing. And then the half-assing was particularly funny.
yeah, yeah.
Um, just to be whole ass. We'll have to incorporate that into our lingo somewhere, Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this, we talk about perfectionism, and we talk about, sometimes you can overthink things, try to do too much. But this point is good too. If I'm not giving it my whole, why? There's something about my position or my perspective that's wrong. Maybe I don't have the right purpose. Maybe I'm not passionate about this. What is it that's keeping me from giving my all?
Yeah, it just reminded me of the old joke, the two bald guys that put their heads together and made an ass of themselves. It's more of a visual joke, I think.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. I also appreciated, she said, people think that courageous people aren't scared. We're all
Yeah.
scared, and it's
Yeah. I like
overcoming that fear and to do it. I was particularly interested in, she said, challenge equals growth
Yeah.
and change comes with suffering.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and she's done all this hiking and flying and so on. And I think those are really evident in her life,
Yeah.
right? And so it was interesting for her to be able to synthesize that, to say, look, if you want to grow, you've got to challenge yourself,
Yeah.
and you're really not going to change until there's some suffering.
Well,
We see this like in Alcoholics Anonymous and so on,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You hit rock bottom, right? And then
Yeah.
it's that suffering that causes you to finally
Well,
say, I've got to do something
you
different.
you
Yeah.
told me about meeting a man from Africa once. Remember, he asked about your childhood. You remember that story? I'll tell
I
you if not.
Yeah,
and
you should refresh my memory.
and he said you told him, "Oh, I had a delightful childhood. Happy parents, happy family." And he says, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you."
Oh,
And
yeah, that guy.
well, that was just interesting. He says you didn't suffer, and the point was, sometimes we do grow from suffering. It's okay to go through hard things because that's when deep, lasting change happens. So it's
Right.
kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That particular guy was not somebody you'd want to spend a lot of time with.
Okay,
And
good.
which brings me to, the way she handles her anxiety, nutrition,
Yeah.
exercise, obviously a big part of her life, being fit as a pilot and hiking and all that. And then positive relationships. And I love that you said, and by the way, the key word there is positive. It's not just
Yeah.
relationships, people that build you up, people that have got your back, people that care about you,
Yeah.
and those connections really do make a difference. You've got somebody you can call, you've got somebody that's cheering for you, and how just incredibly valuable that is.
And you know who's always cheering for us, Jess, is our producer Brent Klein and our booker Christy Lawrence, who help us find amazing guests and put this dog's breakfast into something that's palatable and something good for everybody to listen to. Hey, if you like the podcast, please share it. We'd also love you to visit thecultureworks.com for some free resources to help you and your team culture thrive.
What a clever transition that was, Adrian. And of course, like Missy, we love to speak to audiences, and we do around the world, whether it's in person or virtually, on topics of culture, teamwork, resilience, mental health, and of course, gratitude. Give us a call. We'd love to speak to you about your event. And of course, we'd love for you to buy our book, Anxiety at Work. We also have a wonderful book, Leading with Gratitude. Early next year, you'll be able to find our gratitude journal on Amazon. We love to write, we love to speak, and we love to meet interesting people. So please look us up, whether it's on LinkedIn or thecultureworks.com. Adrian, I'll give you the last word this time. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks everybody for joining us. And until next time, we wish you the best of mental health.